to 7. 3-year-old Axel spent his first night at home. We think he's still there, since going missing in Tolaga Bay bush in chilly conditions overnight on Tuesday. He was found after a massive community search, and much to the relief of everybody, of course. Joining us now for more is Tairāwhiti Area Commander Inspector Sam Abrahama. Sam, very good morning to you. Lovely to have you on the program. Talk us through this. Go right back. Yeah, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Take us right back to the start. You got a phone call when, and what happened?
Well, we got a phone call on Tuesday afternoon to say that from a very distressed mum to say that she had lost her son. And, of course, 3 years old, rural property, we had to do some quick thinking, obviously going to the scene, talking to the whānau to find out, what they knew, and then we had more staff on the way. So our search and rescue team came together and deployed, our police staff, the fire volunteers from up the coast, everyone went, and of course the community came too.
Yeah, and it does take a community to do a proper search, doesn't it, because you need everybody's eyes and ears. Did he stay the night outside? He was all night outside in just a nappy and a shirt?
Look, what we know is that from late afternoon, 3 o'clock, when police were informed, it appeared he'd been missing for some 2 hours plus already. What we do know is that he was away from home. He was found 3 kilometres from home, up a forest track, as we all know, and it's highly assumed that he slept the night in the bush.
There's no other evidence to suggest that someone took him in or someone looked after him. There's no one's come forward. There's no story that's been told in the last 12 hours or so that suggests that he was anywhere else. No, he was outside in the elements.
Yeah, that's what we believe. Having spoken to a number of people, family, friends, community, made a lot of inquiries. We sent our detectives up, and we believe that he's wandered off and he's got lost.
I think it was 4 degrees overnight. How on earth do you survive that as a little fella?
That is one thing, and that it was cool. When we sent our teams up, helicopter, the police dog, and our search and rescue team, we were losing light. So we had to work quickly. We had to be organised, structured, coordinated, and then they finished at midnight, and we were up first light and then into it again. It's one thing being in the bush cold overnight. It's another thing being a 3-year-old away from your mum. That was really, really concerning. It would have been for him, and I've had a number of calls from people and colleagues thinking about their own children in that situation. So great result in the end.
Yeah, it was an awesome result, Sam, and I love the way the community came together. I understand, though, the family is fairly new to the area. What can you tell us about them and then that moment when they were reunited?
Wow, we saw it on telly when the vehicle pulled up and the child was passed over. Just huge elation, a lot of concern, obviously, from the time that Mum reported Axel missing to the time he was found. A lot of distress, emotions up and down, and I think the community's hearts poured out. They brought their hearts and their bodies to the Mangatuna area to do their very best in supporting that whānau and finding Axel.
Is 3K a long way for a kid of that age to wander?
Oh, look, any distance, you just mentioned 2 minutes in the supermarket. I think any distance is too much of a distance. 3Ks is a considerable distance. But the track was right in front.
What I mean by that is, like, you would think, okay, a child this age, we concentrate our search in a certain radius, and he might have been lucky because, 3K could have been outside that usual radius.
Yep, absolutely. I don't know the detail around how wide the team went on the first night, and then again, let's not forget we had a heap of volunteers from Tolaga Bay and wider areas that were involved, so it was really important that we coordinated our effort, and I'm happy that they did their very best on the ground.
Privately, did you think the worst? I know publicly you have to keep spirits up. I absolutely understand that. But privately, did it cross your mind, I hope the worst hasn't happened?
Well, when the search teams finished at midnight the night before, and I hadn't had a call, yeah, it's probably fair to say it was a low period. But we had to keep optimistic, we had to keep positive. There was no evidence to suggest anything other than the boy had wandered off. So we had to just go again the next day, and wow, what an outcome.
We appreciate